Howdy, gang, and welcome to the watch along for As Above, So Below. This was Mentallect's pick. He was generous enough to donate some funds to the channel, and so he got his pick of a watch along. Now, this will be the final super chat watch along pick for a while. I may bring it back at a later time. But there is a poll going on right now and will be going on until February 17th. That is a Monday. It will be the Monday before the actual new watch along starts. And I will be locking down voting Monday, February 17th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So be sure to get your votes in before that time. After that time, I will lock down the voting and I will choose a winner. There are three movies for each of the days, February 22nd and 23rd. That's a Saturday and Sunday. Now, tomorrow night, we're going to be having a watch along that I just randomly picked a movie for. I don't think I've done a watch along for this one before, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's for Nail Gun Massacre. So if you have not seen it and want to just come in and hang out, you can watch the movie or not. I'm not sure if it is available anywhere. I'm probably going to be using Steve's Blu-ray to watch it on my side. Now there is a 4K that's out by TerraVision, and I know it's an awful movie and it probably won't look good even on 4K, but sometimes even those really bad movies are so bad they're good movies. We want to get them on 4K, or at least I know I do. Maybe not everybody does. Um, I'm still planning on before the weekend is up. Another soup and Jallo's dropping. I'm going to be making another soup. You will not actually see me. It's not going to be like Movie Munchies. Movie Munchies is more long form. I take you along for the ride and show you each step pretty much in whatever I'm making. Now, there will be a later Movie Munchies this month around Valentine's Day for gory bleeding heart cakes. And I've never made these before, but they look pretty cool and pretty realistic. So be sure to join me for that coming up. I think it's the Sunday. Hey, Russell, I'm doing well, Russell. How are you doing today? Um, I I'm planning on, I'm looking forward to doing that, and y'all can look forward to that. Hopefully, dropping on that Sunday, because I'm planning on making it on Sunday. But as most of you know, since the Movie Munchies returned, they have been pre-recorded just because it makes it a little easier on me. But the soup and Jallo's is no longer than 3 minutes because that's as long as you can make the shorts here on YouTube. So I just get on there real quick, tell you the type of soup I made, and I'm going to keep that secret until this actually drops, as well as keeping the Jallo secret that I'm going to talk about briefly. Excuse me. So we got that coming up. We got more Dick's Picks coming up next Tuesday. We've got a Dick's Picks. Wednesday, we have a cannon fodder coming up for incoming freshmen, and Savage Weekend, which I actually own a Blu-ray for Savage Weekend. So be sure to tune in for all of that coming up. And I'm also planning a series of streams on sex comedies of the 80s. So any of you huge fans, guy or girl, because I like these too. Yeah, they show boobs. Yeah, they show butts. But, they're still funny. Stuff like Revenge of the Nerds, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, stuff, a private school, all that stuff like that. So if you're at all interested in those films, I will be planning a series of streams that cover those sex comedies from the 80s. So I'm even going to cover Risky Business, which Risky Business is more of a higher end type of sex comedy. And some people might even not consider Risky Business a sex comedy, but I think it has some funny stuff in there. And you get to see Rebecca De Mornay and all her newborn baby glory because and Rebecca De Mornay, I mean, from a woman's perspective, Rebecca De Mornay was really, really hot at that point in time. So look forward to that upcoming. And I've been messing around with AI and making my own music. Now, again, I know some people say if it's AI, you're not really making jack. You know, some people hate AI. However, I am not an artist. I am not a musician, and so I need a little help along the way. But for those of you that didn't get to see the new, improved, I hope, intro for Friday Foolish yesterday, I'm going to go ahead because I'm proud of it. You know, I'm proud of it in any event. But I'm going to go ahead for those of you that are watching right now. I'm just going to show you that. Just give me 1 second here, folks. Let me find my Friday Foolish. And the great thing about this is I retain all the copyrights to it. So the only person that's got a copyright on this is me.
Friday Foolish with Dana and Candace. Let's talk about movies and TV, music, books, or whatever strikes our fancy. Let's get excited, let's get weird, let's get foolish. Let's talk about movies and TV, music, books, or whatever strikes our fancy. Let's get excited, let's get weird, let's get weird, let's get foolish. Let's get foolish. Ooh, 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 ooh.
All right, so that was just a little treat for you folks that didn't get to see that yesterday. Now, me and Candace were not able to have a proper Friday Foolish. I was just on there for a few minutes. Candace had some bad weather in her area, so she was not able to use her internet, and she didn't really have a place where she could go to use her phone in order to do Friday Foolish where it would be quiet. So we are planning on doing our second part of the David Lynch special, The Genius of David Lynch, this coming Friday. So look for that. I'm very excited about it because it's going to give me I wasn't happy for Candace that her internet was out, but it's going to give us both a chance to watch more David Lynch stuff in preparation. So we're going to get started with As Above, So Below here in just a minute or so. I have mine queued up to the Universal logo about 23 seconds in on my version. I'll give everybody that's going to be watching along about a minute or so to get queued up on their respective copies. And then we'll get started. And if anybody, comes in a little bit later, I'll be glad to help them, with a timestamp or whatever. If anybody wants to join me on here at any point in time, unless, it's just before I get off of here, I'd be glad to send you the link. You guys know the rules. You got to behave. Other than that, we're golden. Okay. So, and you guys and gals are all old enough that you know what I mean by behave, right? So, for anybody that's watching this, it may not be in the chat. I know Russell knows what it means to behave properly when you're on these things. because if you can't have a free for all with these things, or it just becomes chaos, right? So I think we'll go ahead and get started. I had six in here and now I got two. So probably should go ahead and get started here. Um, I was going to try to make, yeah, I'm going to try to make that a little bit smaller so I can move this thing around here. And hopefully I've got some subtitles. Steve tried to get me some subtitles for this because I can't play the sound because if I do, then YouTube's going to get me. So, and Universal would get me. So here we go. Let's go ahead and do the countdown. We'll get started with this one. 3, 2, 1. Press play. Yeah, I think we got another logo here for Legendary. I think I'm going to have some subtitles. Yay. God bless Steve. So this is, I believe this is listed as a found footage movie. So we've got a film crew that we're introduced to. They're going to go into some kind of caves. And she's evidently in Iran right now. As claustrophobic as I am, there's no way I would be doing this. Oh, no. No way. Well, this old man is telling them they got to hurry, and he's like, well, we're not leaving. We've got a few minutes. And you can clearly tell that they're, adamant about, or at least she, the woman, is adamant. Reza, or what, however you pronounce her name, is adamant that she's gonna get what she wants, right? But as we found out by watching a lot of these movies like this, trying to be stubborn and just going further and further and further to get what you want never ends up well. This isn't like a normal job, people. I know we push ourselves sometimes on regular jobs, but something like this, To me, it would not be worth my life, but I'm not in that line of work. Or no, I guess her name is Scarla. I guess maybe he's Reza. Sorry about that. Well, that wasn't good. And I didn't say this earlier, but this is not a very long movie either compared with some movies. And I Nail Gun Massacre is not going to be long tomorrow either. I suspect Nail Gun Massacre is shorter than this one. This is about what, an hour 32. So this must be in her blood to do these things. Evidently, her father did the same thing. Okay, so she's a professor at the university in London, I believe. I guess that guy was messing up the shot. So I guess she's looking for something called the Philosopher's Stone. Makes it sound like Harry Potter, doesn't it? So we're finding out that her father killed himself. They're talking about Nicholas Flamel, an alchemist. Well, I don't blame them, Russell. If I was Canadian, I'd be pissed off at the U.S. too. Um, And, I usually don't get political, and I'm not going to tonight, but um, I hate it that we have such a stupid president that's doing all this crap. I'm ashamed that this person is president. And I'm hoping, Canadians and other people in other countries won't hold it against all of us in the United States. So she broke into a church. Like nothing is sacred, I guess, with these kind of people. Russell, I'm not political either. But I still am ashamed that we have a moron for a president right now. And this is his second term. Um, so Scarlett's talking about the rose key, and she's telling, I guess this is somebody she knows, a friend of somebody she's worked with named George. And she evidently found it in Iran. This is a nice copy of this movie Steve got for me, too. High def, I think it's a Blu ray rip. So she's wanting George to help her translate the stuff, I guess, about this rose key that she got. Well, if that's a good idea, mixing, cleaning chemicals. Hey, Mentellect. So they've unearthed more writing. So they're saying that the alchemists believe the number of the devil was 741. So they're trying to determine, I guess, where hell is. Like, so how many feet you got to go down in the earth? So they're talking about going down into the catacombs. And they're in Paris. So there's all these caves or tunnels or whatever running underneath of Paris. So they're trying to find that alchemist's grave, that Flamel's grave, I guess. Oh, well, thanks, Russell, for stopping in. And yeah, we have Mentellect to thank for the film as well. But you take care, Russell, and I'll see you next time. So Benji, the guy that's with her, I guess, that's filming all this, he's kind of freaked out by this. Oh wow, you having a snowstorm, Russell? I guess that's the last thing we could say, and it wasn't like a snowstorm, but we got quite a bit of snow and stuff. So, and it didn't go away for a while until it warmed up and stayed warm for a little bit. But you stay safe and warm. Something weird going on with that chick, I think. So she's trying to find somebody to take her into the catacombs. So these people that she's talking to in Paris, she's basically telling them there's some treasure where they're gonna go, and they said, "Well, can we have half the treasure?" And she's like, "You can take all the treasure." So she's obviously not interested in treasure, so they can't use their cell phones down there. I thought that was a scar. So the guy's saying, he's been with that guy for a long time, and he says, don't talk to him about his scar. Um, Claustrophobia. See, definitely would not be down there. Until he's saying, we don't want the cops to catch us with all this stuff. It's like some train tracks and Stand By Me there, except for that tunnel there. So George again is saying, I'm not coming with you guys. And Scarlett's telling him, well, just give it a minute. I wouldn't have been that far there with my claustrophobia. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't be able to stand it. And I've gotten worse over the years as well. Sorry, guys, for yawning. Yeah, no, if they're going to go in that hole, forget it. So he may be forced to go with them. Well, unless it's like the cops are tackling them. So we're finding out that George had a little brother that drowned in a cave when they were kids. So evidently, Scarlett must have left George in Turkey. And then, he was in jail for a little bit. Oh, that's not good. I think that one guy that's showing us stuff, I think his name's Papillon. I guess they're calling him Pat for short. This is kind of making me claustrophobic, and I'm just watching the dang movie. I think I would have just let the cops take me into custody if I was at George. There's no way I'd keep going. Oh my God. Guys and gals, I'm not bored. I'm just like really sleepy. Hopefully, this energy drink will kick in a little bit. So Papillon's saying, you don't go in that tunnel, which Scarlett is saying looks to be a more direct way to get where they're going. So this guy that lived down there, he went into that corridor and he didn't come out. I don't think I'd be wanting to climb over any human bones either. Okay, gang, I hate to take myself out of here, but as usual, I'm drinking way too much stuff, Coke and energy drinks and otherwise. So I'm going to have to take myself out of the stream, make a little bathroom break, and I will be back in a few. All right, gang, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hopefully, I didn't miss too much of this. So I guess they wound up going in that corridor, but they're saying, well, your name is on the wall, so you have been here. They're hearing a phone ringing. Yeah, you would definitely not catch me down here. People getting down there and disappearing. So there's a phone there. So a man is saying, why won't you talk to me, Scarlett? Like, I don't know if that's supposed to be her dad or. So, now somebody's saying you shouldn't be here, and there's a guy down there. So that's the guy that Papillon and them knew. So he's resurfaced. So this guy supposedly disappeared 2 years ago. So he's been down there in that tunnel all that time. So he's telling him the only way out is down. So oh boy, it's getting worse. Looks like a whale. I think these people are worse than storm chasers. You know, those people that go chasing tornadoes and stuff. These people will go into anything. You wouldn't catch me going down there. Of course, I wouldn't be this deep into this place. Look at that. Oh, they came to a dead end. part sort of reminds me of the Goonies in a strange way when they were trying to find the treasure and they had to was it they were playing the piano notes a certain way and something opened up. Oh, good Lord. Now they're going to have to go into this tight space. So I thought George got claustrophobic too, but evidently he was just scared to go in caves because his brother drowned. So they're wanting to turn off all their headlamps, and Benji didn't want to because there's a dead body in there. So don't tell me they're gonna go swimming through some freaking tunnel. Don't have too much more to go with this movie, about 40 minutes. So George is going to go too. His brother drowned in a cave, so he's going to go swimming in water after Scarlet. It's real. What is it? So this looks like the treasure, but I guess maybe she's found that philosopher's stone or whatever it is she was trying to find. Yeah, right. Let's not celebrate till we're out of here. That's Good point to make there, George. Mm, oh, you try to get the treasure. They didn't look too good. So evidently, there must be some healing properties in that stone. Um, no, I don't actually have a link to the movie. I'd like to be able to give it to you. I am watching it from a downloaded copy now. There are versions on Amazon and YouTube. You just have to search for it as above, so below. But if you want to rent it, you're gonna have to pay about $3 or $4 for it. And I apologize. A lot of times I have a free link for some of these movies, but in this case, this one, I unfortunately did not. You're welcome. If you're free to hang out if you want to. And hopefully, I'll have a link for the movie I'm doing tomorrow night, which is Nail Gun Massacre, in case you want to stop by. It'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern time. No, no. Okay, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Well, we got about 29 minutes left of the film. Oh, they found that guy they thought was dead earlier. What the heck? It's like he freaked out. Yeah, I don't think I would have got near him after the first. Jeez. So I guess that chick is dead there. She says a stone won't bring them back from the dead. I guess it can heal, but it can't bring somebody back from the dead. So evidently they're 1,000 feet down at this point. Now they're hearing a baby crying. A lot of stuff going on down these tunnels. Seen a woman walk past there. That was kind of freaky. Or it looked like a woman. I could see Steve. Oh, I think Benji's dead. I could see Steve yelling out at this movie. I don't know why I never did. George's seeing his dead brother floating in the water underneath all those bones. I was gonna say I don't know why I never watched this one. So Mentallect, if you're still in here, you watch this later. Thank you again for suggesting this one for a watch along. A lot of these movies, I don't know, for whatever reason, they slipped below my radar. And this was one that I remember seeing the title of, but I don't remember seeing a trailer or anything for it. Perhaps I did. But it's, For found footage movie, it's pretty decent. We're getting down to, I'd say, the last quarter of the movie. No, Carl. What in the. Oh, so that must be how Papillon got that scar on his hand. Not sure if anybody's watching right now. Well, looks like maybe one person in here, but we're getting close to the end of the movie. I'll say again that this was a pretty decent movie. A lot of these movies, and this is not a bad thing that people pick them. I'm just saying a lot of these movies, I'm kind of glad other people picked them because these are not movies that I would have traditionally picked for watch alongs. Because a lot of times the movies that me and other people will pick for watch alongs are ones that we can make fun of, or ones that you can just have fun with and quote lines and stuff like that. Some of the movies that have been picked by supporters of the channel or don't fit those two things, but they are very good to watch. The only thing is I catch myself, actually watching the movie instead of, commenting on it. So people might come in here and they might say, well, there's nothing going on here. Nobody's talking. And when I don't have anybody else on here with me to discuss the films and they're being dragged off by some kind of creatures that attacked them, I don't have anybody to talk to on here with me. So, like I said, if it's not a movie I have seen, then I generally will kind of zone out and just watch the movie. So if you pop in here and I'm just sitting here staring at the screen, that is what has happened. Tomorrow night was Nail Gun Massacre. I've seen that movie more than once, and that movie to me is so bad it's good, and there's plenty to make fun of. So I'll probably be a little more animated tomorrow night. I'm tired too today. Hopefully I'll get some sleep and feel more energetic tomorrow. So now she's talking about finding a hidden stone. We're about 15 minutes or 15, 16 minutes from the end. So that other stone she's got to put it back so that they can find the real stone. So she's saying she's got to go back. Is that George that's injured? Oh my. This is like some kind of creatures from a Fulci film or something. It's like they got time warped back to City of the Living Dead or something. So I'm wondering if she puts this other stone back and gets the one that she should have, is everybody going to go back to being alive? Is time going to be rewound? Or I guess I'll find out. Got some very bizarre imagery in it, this film does. Wow. Okay, that was bizarre. Looks like she saw herself hanging. So it kept saying, by rectification, ye shall find the hidden stone. So she put the stone back and she said, okay, where's the hidden stone? So I don't know if George is going to die or. So she's seeing her dad and she's saying she's sorry she didn't pick up the phone that night. So I'm wondering if by rectification it means they got to rectify all the things that they did wrong. Hey, Uncle Bill, have you seen As Above, So Below? I didn't have a link to give anybody, unfortunately. I actually had never seen this movie before tonight, and we're about 10 minutes from the end. I'm guessing she was able to heal George then. Okay, so you're saying we will have to rectify ourselves. Never seen it. I mean, it's not one that I would have normally picked for a watch along, but Mentellect picked this one. So I'm glad because otherwise I wouldn't have gotten to see these movies or wouldn't have thought about seeing them. So I guess they think they're, or at least Zed thinks that they're trapped down there. That's one thing though about the ends of these found footage type of films. It's like I know it's supposed to be filmed and things are getting like lights are going in and out and stuff, but like it just makes me so disoriented that I can't focus on anything when it does that. And I guess they do that on purpose, so we're just not sure what's going on. Um, I did not order ice from Vinegar Syndrome, Uncle Bill. But that is actually a movie that I've seen. I think Steve may have got a copy of it somewhere, and we rewatched it again not very long ago. It's an interesting little. I mean, not a good movie by any stretch of the imagination, but it's fun though. Blood tracks I didn't get either, Uncle Bill. I've been kind of a little strapped for cash lately and hadn't been getting a lot of things, but hopefully I can get some of that stuff later on. You know, I might not be able to get it from Vinegar Single. Maybe I can get it elsewhere. So we have reached the end of As Above, So Below. I think this was a fun little adventure, and I will stay with you guys and gals that are in here until the end of the credits. Um, are you wanting to do a watch along with me, or are you talking about doing one with CK? Because I mean, if you want me to do one with you for blood tracks, I'd love to, or you and CK or whoever. Um, if that's what you're asking, just let me know. And if you're not, that's okay too. And we still got a few more credits here. Man, about 3 minutes worth of credits. I think they do too, Uncle Bill. I think the slashers are a lot of fun, and that's something that I was saying earlier. These I'm not saying these are bad movies that people have picked. They gave super chats and picked movies, and I've been doing that for a few months. But now I'm switching gears and doing polls and letting people pick from three movies. Um, so this one, I couldn't make fun of it or anything like that. It wasn't a bad movie like in that sense. This was just a kind of interesting movie. But tomorrow night, Uncle Bill, I'm doing Nail Gun Massacre. So you're welcome to come on with me if you want to do that for Nail Gun Massacre if you don't have anything else to do. I I'm doing that one tomorrow night at 7 Eastern time. So, and anybody else that's listening or watches this later, if you would like to join me for Nail Gun Massacre, everybody doesn't have to be live on camera. If you want to just come in the chat and hang out for a while. Like I say, Nail Gun Massacre is one of those so bad they're good type of movies. We are about at the end of the credits. But like I say, I'll stay on here with you guys and gals until the end of the credits. And then if nobody has any questions or comments or anything, I will probably get off here for the night. I want to remind everybody, though, that tomorrow at some point I should be dropping another soup and jallows short. I'm going to be making another type of soup. The soup will already be made by the time I do the short because, like I said, shorts on YouTube can only be 3 minutes long, and that's an extension of what they used to be. So basically, I will be showing you the ingredients, I'll be showing you the end product, and I will also be talking very shortly, very briefly, about the Jallo that I picked to pair with the particular soup that I'm going to be making. So, not long form like movie munchies, but it's just a new little thing that Candace gave me the seed of the idea, and I kind of ran with that, and it was a very good idea, and I enjoyed very much so doing the first soup and jallos, and y'all can check those out under the shorts on my channel, Dead Ice on Deck. So if you're at all interested in that, take a gander. Um, yeah, this is just about over completely. Yeah. All righty. So that is the end of As Above, So Below. I hope you guys and gals enjoyed it. Oh, yeah, I agree, Uncle Bill. Nail Gun Massacre is shitty as hell, but I still think it's one of those so bad they're good. And one that you can make fun of. I mean, you really can make fun of Nail Gun Massacre. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that one tomorrow night. I've got a movie munchies coming up that should be dropping the Sunday after Valentine's Day uh for oh gosh, what was it again? Sorry, gang. I gotta find my recipe here for gory bleeding heart cakes. Thank you, Candace. I'm guessing Candace was watching me as I kind of fumbled and navigated through this one tonight. And we've got more people now than we had the whole movie. But and me and Candace should be doing Friday Foolish this next Friday. I got a Dick's Picks coming up and Cannon Fodder. I'm going to be talking about incoming freshmen from 1979 for Cannon Fodder and Savage Weekend, which, like I said earlier, believe it or not, I have a Blu ray of Savage Weekend. So if anybody wants to join me for any of that fun, be sure to let me know, and I will get you the link so you can come on and talk either Dick Randall produced films, or for the Cannon Fodder, we can talk about the Golden Globus era of Cannon films. I'm going to be talking about a couple of movies. Like I said, Incoming Freshman from 1979, which is basically a sex comedy, and um, and also Savage Weekend, which is a horror film. Um, but I guess that's all from me for tonight. Again, I want to thank Mentallect for picking. I almost said Nail Gun Massacre because I've been talking about it, for picking As Above, So Below. Oh, you've been watching on the TV. Candace, did y'all get your internet back, by the way? I was just curious, and I'll be sending you a message here in a little bit. I was just waiting until I got done with this watch along. And me and Steve were rewatching Pieces earlier, which is a classic in and of itself, for other reasons than people would normally think of something being a classic. But I guess that's all. It's doing good now, thankfully. All right, that sounds great. But with all that being said, I'm off like a dirty shirt. This shirt ain't dirty, but I'm off like one. And I want to remind everybody, as I always do before I get off of here for the night, to be kind to one another and blaze that trail. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday night, folks. And let's have a fantastic Sunday, too. Look out for that Soup and Jallos to drop at some point tomorrow. And then we'll be heading into the work week. Boo. Once again. But let's make the most of it, folks. And I'm out of here. And I'll see everybody next time.